Hey folks, welcome back. I kinda wanted to take a break from all the rom-coms I was covering, and I somehow landed on Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. Not complaining though. Oddly enough, I never saw this one, but my introduction to Austin Powers was with Goldmember, which is a wild ride in itself.
I love gold!
As always, I'll be sharing my thoughts as the movie progresses and at the end. So kick back, relax, grab some dinner with Dr. Evil, subscribe, and let's do this. The movie is set in 1967 and we're somewhere outside of Las Vegas. Area 51 perhaps? And Dr. Evil over here has the deadliest assassins in his room, but none of them are able to kill Austin Powers. And because his cat gets upset, he lights them up. Mr. Bigglesworth is the second best cat name, by the way. He allows two of them to live. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce their names. And set them out to get Austin. Cut over to Austin and he's living every guy's dream. Definitely not mine though. He's picked up by Mrs. Kensington and video called by this guy named Basil Exposition. I imagine he's going to do a lot of exposition for us.
Dr. Evil is planning a trap for you tonight at the Electric Psychedelic Pussycat Swingers Club.
The EPSC. Cut over to the club and honestly this looks like a whole lot of fun. I'm jealous.
Austin, we've got to look for Dr. Evil.
I've got an idea.
What the heck? Oh my god. It turned out to be a man, but they actually switched out actors. This is the kind of movie we have. Oh my god. They defeat him, but before they can get any information, Dr. Evil kills him. So they chase after, but he puts himself in a freezing pot and is pretty confident he'll meet Austin in the future.
Dr. Evil escaped and had himself cryogenically frozen to return at a time when free love no longer reigned.
Joke's on you. It never rained. 30 years have passed, so now we're in 1997. And this commander gets a call about a UFO in the shape of a big boy. So the commander figures out who it is. And he sets off to England. Basil is exposing to us that Austin froze himself as well in case Dr. Evil should ever return. So they thaw him out. Not Loki. That's the Rent guy from the OG Spider-Man.
Rent?
Anyways, he's informed that Dr. Evil is back and he'll be starting now. Unfortunately, Mrs. Kensington is old and retired now, but her daughter is going to be working with him. Wow.
My God, Vanessa's got a fabulous body. I bet she shines like a minx.
Wow.
How do I tell them that because of the unfreezing process I have no inner monologue?
Fine, he gets a pass. Cut over to Area 51 and is that Will Ferrell? The frick?
Look what you did to Mr. Bigglesworth!
Oh no! Anyways, he kills him. Rightfully so. Dr. Evil goes around the board introducing his new henchmen. This lady again. This ex-wrestler whose name is Random Task. I'm not making this up.
Show them what you do.
That's impressive actually. A leprechaun and his number 2 in command. Named Number 2. Dr. Evil's plan is to blackmail the royal family by making Prince Charles seem like he's having an affair outside of marriage. How innocent this movie was. Honestly, at this point, it would be a surprise if any famous person is a decent human being.
Prince Charles did have an affair. He admitted it, and they are now divorced.
I can't believe I wasted my air. New plan, he wants to destroy the ozone layer, giving no protective layer, increasing the risk of skin cancer. I'll just wait to see if anybody disputes this first.
That also already has happened.
No air wasted. So time to stick to the oldie but goodie. Hold the world hostage. It's a hard lifetime for us.
And we hold the world ransom for $1 million.
Wow, that's a little amount. Number 2 corrects him, so he gets the appropriate amount now. 100 billion.
You know, I really wanted to travel. You know, sort of see the world.
That's fascinating, Vanessa. Listen, why don't we go in the back and shag?
So she tells him they should focus on their current tasks, which is the answer no. But he just does a sexy dance and I have no idea where that bed came from. She still says no using extra words. Meanwhile, Frida tells Dr. Evil that they used the semen he had frozen. So now he has a son.
I hate you.
Could I have a hug?
No.
The summary of the conversation. They land in Vegas and honestly, Austin is like a 15-year-old boy. Only more horny. My humor is weird.
I somehow didn't record some parts of the movie, so bear with this voice for a bit. Vanessa informs Austin that there's a company named Verticon that might be linked to Dr. Evil, and he conveniently comes across number 2 playing blackjack.
This is my Italian confidential secretary. Her name is Alata Facina.
I have nothing to say for this TBH. Number 2 goes to the little boy's room and Austin tells Vanny to stay close to Alata. Meanwhile, he heads to the bathroom and just sits for some reason, but it's a trap.
Dr. Evil gets his warhead and calls the UN to make his demands. But he forgot about the advice from earlier.
$1 million!
So they just laugh at him. He does correct himself though, but the UN tells him they don't negotiate with bad people. Not sure if I could say that word on YouTube. Meanwhile, we get this weird conversation with Vanessa talking to her mom. And her mom is surprised she managed to resist Austin's charms. It's a parody movie, so I won't be too harsh on it. But interestingly enough, her mom never answered if she slept with Austin. So now I'm suspicious. It would be crazy if Vanessa ends up being his daughter. And uncomfortable as F. They do a little bit of surveillance, but Austin gets distracted by her beauty. I'm not making this up. So they have a dinner date, explore Vegas, and play Twister. Her forced laughter is bugging me a bit though.
Kiss me.
I can't, darling.
Why not?
Because you're drunk. It's not right.
At least he has morals. Vanny knocks out and Basil calls him to send him to Alata Facina's penthouse. I can't believe I said that with a straight face. Because he wants him to find out about Project Vulcan. He easily sneaks into the penthouse and grabs some shots, but then he hears her coming and charmingly gets some information from her about drills. But before he can learn more, she slips into something more comfortable and invites him in the hot tub. I was waiting for something to happen, but they just shag. I'm proud and very disappointed. Dr. Evil doesn't like how close Austin is getting, so Frida says she has the ultimate weapon to defeat him.
You keep saying
I can't believe it. They are weaponized androids and apparently no man can resist their charms. So everybody is doomed. Meanwhile, Austin gives Basil the Project Vulcan drill plans.
Austin, where did you find these?
Austin did some reconnaissance work last night at Alata Facina's penthouse.
You what?
Ooh. Basil is a terrible wingman. Frick.
This is my mother, Mrs. Exposition.
Austin!
Why won't this wig come off?
Austin!
That night, Vanny approaches Austin about Miss Vagina because she had bad relationships in the past. When did they get together?
I shagged her.
What?
I shagged her rotten, baby, yeah.
Oh my god. Vanessa gives him a lecture about times being changed now, and he can't just randomly shag anyone, anywhere anymore.
Vanessa, you're everything to me.
I'm so lost. So he kind of realizes he's living with the past mindset and spends all night playing catch up. So he's kind of like Captain America. I instantly regret making that comparison.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Oh, behave.
Yeah.
They're back on the mission now and they ditch their tour to take clothes from the workers in the restricted area. Right in front of the tour guide. So he just calls it in. So all the alarms are sounded now. I have a headache. They get surrounded until they hijack one of these truck things.
Watch out! Move! Move!
watch out!
Watch out!
Why? It's funny how they stop and get off just after they ran him over. Anyways, they make it out, but they're knocked out by random task and transported to Dr. Evil's lair. He calls the UN again and explains that his drill will dig to the Earth's core and cause every volcano to erupt on Earth. So only some places will be in danger then. Now they have no choice but to pay the ransom.
I'm going to place him in an easily escapable situation involving an overly elaborate and exotic death.
Yeah, I guess Scott is the audience in this situation, because they really should just shoot him, you know? Evil proceeds with his original plan of putting them in a tank with sharks that have lasers attached to their heads. But again, number 2 informs him they don't have sharks anymore because they're an endangered species now, so they couldn't get any.
What do we have?
Sea bass.
Scott starts questioning his methods again.
Don't get it, do you? You don't. It's no hassle. But,
Look, all I'm saying is that I think she's bad for you. And all I'm saying is shh, 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 shh. So they managed to escape while a guard was literally right there. That was some deadly sea bass. Damn. He drops Vanessa off to go get help, apologizes for raw dogging for China, then does this. You know, I genuinely forgot about these androids. They use this pink smoke on him to get him distracted and forget about Dr. Evil's plans. He still tries to escape anyway, but they say he can't resist them. So he proceeds to show them who really can't resist who. Wow.
Vanessa!
Oh no! He goes on to explain the situation and she actually believes him. So all is right with the world then. Evil Gang starts up the drill, but they get interrupted. This clip was a little distracting to me though. Like, did they forget to put the special effects or was that intentional? Anyways, Austin stops the drill at the last second, so it's time to get Dr. Evil. Evil tries a little reverse psychology, telling him his 60s mentality is considered pretty evil now in the 90s. But he pulls a Uno reverse card, telling him it was all about intention, not the action itself. Which kind of makes sense actually. But Vanessa is held hostage by his Italian. So Austin holds Scott hostage.
Kill the little bastard, see what I care.
Yikes, that's scarring. Then number 2 shows up with what looks like one of those android ladies. For later. But turns on Dr. Evil because he realized he wasn't good at being evil. Number 2 is no more, Vanny escapes and Evil presses the self-destruct button and escapes into his freeze chamber. Again, they do manage to escape, but I wonder what was the budget for this, because this is separate footage right here. 3 months have passed and now they're married? What? But their honeymoon is interrupted by random task. He doesn't really do much, to be honest, so. And that's the movie. Well, that was horrible. I am not much of a fan of slapstick comedies, so I really don't think I was a target audience for this one. Oddly enough, I think I might just enjoy the very movies it parodied. At the very least, it had a storyline to follow, and some scenes were actually funny, so it wasn't completely painful to watch. Still pretty nice to come back to though. Anyways, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more movie content. Thanks for watching. Peace!